accountant CA aspirants have been demanding a postponement of the upcoming examination due to the COVID pandemic. A plea has been filed in the Supreme Court seeking an opt-out option for those who are suffering from COVID-19 or those whose parents are COVID affected. Over 6,000 CA students have filed this PIL in the Supreme Court. Students are demanding that an additional attempt must be provided before the November cycle and that vaccination of all the aspirants be done and completed before the beginning of the examination. However, the Icai has already released admit cards for the examinations. The examination for intermediate and foundation courses are scheduled to begin from the 5th of July. So what does one do? Because the moot point is that they are wanting vaccination for all the students before they go sit for the examinations. Where are the vaccines? Of course, you will ask me. But let's find out about the opt-out option and other things that they are demanding. To speak more on the matter, I'm now being joined on the phone line by Anubha Srivastav Sahai, who's a very, very well-known advocate and who's also president of IWPA. Hi, Anubha.
Hi ma'am.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
The thing is that, you know, vaccination for all. अब ये सब पूछेंगे कि जब सुइयां होंगी तब ना vaccination होगा. So don't you think that the wait will be extended and it's not because admit cards have already been given for these kids?
Let me clarify one thing. The opt-out option which the institute has provided for all these students, they think if you are COVID positive, then you will have to opt out. From the date of notification, if you are COVID positive, then you have to opt out and you have to appear in the month of November.
Okay.
What we are demanding is that vaccination, it will take hardly, if institute is giving such option for students to opt out and then appear in the month of November, that will be very far. So why can't we have a vaccination drive in place and vaccinate these students in a month? We can vaccinate these students in 1 month's time. Hardly 3 lakh students are going to appear.
But you know, Anubha, the thing is that you know that the vaccination, yesterday India did a fantastic job. It was a record. But do you think it's going to be possible to do this in a month's time? And where are the vaccinations? As you very well know, that the center procures a number and also, you know, the state procures a number, a particular number. Then there are private hospitals. Just to have one community being vaccinated, do you think that is even possible?
See, if it is possible, we are saying you defer the exam for a month or 1.5 months, because as it is, they are deferring the exams in November for those students who will be COVID positive.
Yes, Anubha.
And
yeah.
One more point I would like to add here. Is that as per the notification which was released yesterday, the ICI has clarified that if you are COVID positive from the date of notification of the announcement of this admit card and all, or the guidelines, then only you will be able to opt out. Then what about those students who will be COVID positive before the announcement of this guidelines? What about those students who are who are in hospital or who are having some medical emergency?
I totally agree.
They will appear in the month of, they will be going and they will be forced to appear for exam even though they are COVID positive. And such centers will turn into super spreaders, because what institute is saying that if you are COVID positive from today, from the date of announcement of the scheme or the guidelines, then you cannot appear for exam. But suppose a student who is COVID positive before the announcement of the guidelines and before the release of the admit card, maybe from yesterday or day before yesterday or 15 days back or 1 month back, those students will be allowed to appear for exam even though they will be having any kind of COVID complications.
I totally agree, Anubha, what you are saying, but the fact of the matter is also that the admit card has been released. So what you are saying is, the admit card has already been given.
See, that is totally discriminatory. If you will read the guidelines which they have said, that students will not be allowed to appear for exam if they are COVID positive from the date of announcement. What if I am COVID positive before the admit cards are released? then in that case I'll go and appear for exam.
You can't,
So how are
no.
they?
That's
No,
very
so they are
dangerous.
allowing me. They are
Yeah.
allowing
So
me to
what
go
is
and
your
appear
next
for
step? I
exam.
mean, it is discriminatory. I totally understand what you're saying. That if I've been COVID positive before the admit card was released, how come, I will also spread it. There is a danger that I will take that disease to my fellow examiners who are going to sit for the exam. So my question to you, Anubha Srivastav Saha, is what is your forward planning going to be? How will you tackle this?
See, we are again writing to, many students have written to CGI now after the, yesterday. They got to know that now admit cards are released. Now very many students are worried that what is, it may turn into super spreader. So they should conduct RT-PCR test of all the students. Why only those who will opt out or those who will provide RT-PCR reports from the date of announcement of these schemes or date of announcement of the, from the date of release of admit cards? Suppose a student who is not in a position to appear for exam because he was COVID positive before the admit cards were issued. So he will lose opportunity. He will not go and appear for the exam. And suppose that student, if he or she is the last attempter, and if he or she will not be in a position to make it for the exam because she is COVID positive before the admit cards were released, she will lose her attempt.
Yeah, I totally understand. It's like being caught between the devil and the deep sea, because the children will be vulnerable, like you said, that, if you've been COVID positive before the admit card was announced, then what is the surety? First of all, Anubha, the COVID patient, the student must be very weak also to sit for
Yeah,
this
they will
exam.
be.
I mean, it
Yes.
is inhuman at one level, right? So, it is not कि मैं ठीक हो गया, मैं जाके, there is a lot of weakness, there is fatigue, and
Yes.
giving an examination is not like singing a song, which is also
Yes.
very tough. But,
So we are demanding opt-out for all. We are demanding opt-out for all. We are demanding opt-out for all, not only for those who are COVID positive on the date of issue of admit card. We are demanding opt-out for all. We are demanding an extension for last attempters, or for whatsoever reason. One extension should be given for last attempters who
right.
will be appearing for the last time. And we are also demanding that before November, one exam should be conducted. Because how can these students wait till November?
Right, I do understand, Anubha, and I hope all the best to you, because you're not letting it, be right now the situation that it is. I think the students should be supported throughout. And Anubha, I always say that, examinations are only a part of your life. It's not your life. Thank you so much. On that note,
Thank you.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining me